I think for me, the first interest that I had in adoption was in 1998. Donna and I had the opportunity to go to Papua New Guinea and spend about 30 days with my parents who lived in Papua New Guinea, and they lost their house in a fire. And we went over there to help them rebuild their house. And it was during that time that it was my first significant exposure to another culture. And we were immersed in that culture. It was really an enlightening experience for both my wife and I. And I fell in love with the children. My wife and I had talked about maybe looking at an international adoption. And our journey led us to Liberia, West Africa, which was just finishing over a decade-long civil war. In 2005, my wife and I adopted Caleb and Hannah. Our children lost their father in the Civil War, and my son was actually with his father when he was killed by a landmine. We adopted Caleb and Hannah at 5 and 2. Obviously, when they were brought into our family, they had a lot of significant life issues that they were dealing with, and Caleb in particular, post-traumatic stress. Both children dealt with malnutrition. They came home in Thanksgiving week 2005, and we had snow on the ground. And I didn't know this till recently, but Caleb said he went out in the snow and he just kept rubbing it on his skin at some point, thinking that his skin would turn white because he wanted to be like everybody else. Adopting Caleb and Hannah has been a very enriching experience for both us, and I think for them. One of the things that's taught me is greater empathy for their life experiences and what they've been through. Caleb in particular has experienced and dealt with what it means to be a black man in a largely white culture. And it's also given us an experience to learn more about Black history, West African history. We've tried hard as parents to preserve that culture for our children, and so we have our West African room at the house and a lot of artifacts. Our adoption experience, I would like to believe, has really expanded the world to me, and specifically in regarding work, is a better understanding of different cultures and ethnic backgrounds, and has opened my world to giving me greater acceptance of differences. Differences in styles and communication and acceptance of those differences. And so I'd like to believe that I'm a more open person today than I was a decade ago. Diversity and inclusion at SAFE is important because it allows us to recognize our differences, and those differences turn into strengths. And I think that we're a stronger company today because we have that recognition. We're proactively doing things to increase our awareness. There's a world out there that was largely unknown to me 15, 17 years ago that has greatly enriched my life. And we've been blessed with 2 children coming into our family, and their culture and their experiences. And without those experiences, I wouldn't be the person that I am today.